Have an I too. So really quick, I just want to briefly touch on this idea of water scarcity and there being a water shortage on the earth. Firstly, I would just say that there can never be a water shortage, or there can never be a water scarcity. We can never not have enough water. When they tell us, firstly in these different science classes and stuff, that the planet or the earth is about 75% water minimum, when really it's more than that. It's about 100% water, because in these different places where they tell us that it's dry and it's no water and blah blah blah, it's barren, there's a such thing as groundwater in different pockets. So there's always water. And besides the earth being rich in this resource, the only time that there is a shortage, or they can appear that there's a shortage or a scarcity, is when you live in a world, when you live in cities and a bunch of crowded, unnatural places and environments, man-made environments, where you build on top, or you destroy and then build on top of nature. So if we have a bunch of gutters and then there's a bunch of pollution and all of these things, of course it's going to appear that there's a water shortage when all of the water sources that were originally there, that are still there, are polluted and you can no longer drink it. So really, this idea of a water shortage or water scarcity only exists in the world. It only exists in cities. It only exists when you think that there's no water. And then you take all of clean water, or perceived as dirty water, that's just mineral water, and you put it in plastic bottles. You purify it or chemicalize it, saying that you're purifying it, and putting it in plastic bottles and then selling it for a profit. Of course, it's going to appear that there's a shortage of drinking water, or a shortage of water, period, because we are misusing what is here. It doesn't mean that it's a lack of what's here, we're just misusing what's here. And that goes into consumerism and capitalism and all these different things. So that's really all I have to say about water shortage and water scarcity. There's no such thing. And I know that, I also would say this, I know that it sounds nice and it sounds good to see these different documentaries about combating water shortage and water scarcity in these different cities, and you have different initiatives that are wanting to share clean water and things of that sort. It sounds very, like, what's the word, humanitarian or altruistic, when really there is no such thing as a shortage of water. What there is a misuse of the resources that are here. It's not a lack, it's a misuse. So even with what you see with Jawata and Seagold, we are not promoting water scarcity. We are not trying to combat water scarcity. What we are sharing and getting away from is the idea that there is water scarcity and there is water shortage. And anything that we share about water is to just remind us that there is an abundance of it. So that's just, again, that's all I want to share in this video. It's very brief, but I hope that what I said registers and that we can think a little bit more into these different ideas and spells that we fall for, that we create. We think all these scarcity spells, all these spells of lack and things of that sort. So until next time, bye.